What's up, you guys? Carlos Story here of FightfulBoxing.com. Head on over to Fightful.com for all the latest news regarding MMA, pro wrestling, and boxing. But now that February 2019 has arrived, here to give you another video telling you what fights to watch out for this month. Even though February is the shortest month of the calendar, is by no means is there a shortage of boxing fights. PBC and Top Rank are really going to front loaded this month with big boxing cards taking place all over. Starting later tonight in Frisco, Texas, a ESPN and ESPN Plus card from the Star, which is the Dallas Cowboys' practice facility in Frisco, Texas. Now, there's going to be essentially going to be 4 fights, and 2 of those fights are going to be either on ESPN or on ESPN Plus. On the ESPN side, the TV card is going to be Oscar Valdez versus Carmine Tomasone for the WBO featherweight title, while Richard Coleman and Isa Chaniev will fight for the vacant IBF lightweight title. Elida Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev for the WBO light heavyweight title, and Teofimo Lopez versus Diego Magdaleno are going to be on ESPN Plus, and that card starts at midnight Eastern on ESPN Plus. So very late start for a big boxing card, but we'll see if that translates to any extra subscriptions for the ESPN Plus stream service. But aside from that, later today, we got a DAZN card, a Matchroom Boxing card from London. We got Sergio Garcia versus Ted Cheeseman for the European junior middleweight title. It might not seem like a big fight at the start for boxing fans, but this could potentially have ramifications across the 154-pound division as it relates to maybe Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia fights on DAZN. His last fight was on DAZN. And so now we could potentially get the winner of this fight face Jaime Munguia down the road. Jaime Munguia does have a mandatory challenger in Dennis Hogan, but we will see what happens today and if the planned April optional title defense for Jaime Munguia will be against the winner of Garcia versus Cheeseman. Next week, we got Showtime from Carson, California. Gervonta Davis versus Hugo Ruiz for the WBA super version of the super featherweight title. And you can go up to the top of the page and see that we talked to Gervonta Davis and trainer Calvin Ford regarding his fight against Hugo Ruiz. He talked about him being out of action for 10 months, how his excitement levels are going, and how he has been training for Hugo Ruiz, given that he was supposed to fight Abner Mares, but he went down with an injury, and on 10 days' notice, essentially, Hugo Ruiz is now filling in to fight Gervonta Davis. That's going to be on Showtime. And in Indio, California, we got Alberto Machado versus Andrew Cancio for the WBA regular version of the super featherweight title, and Ray Vargas versus Franklin Manzanilla for the WBC super bantamweight title. That's going to be taking place on DAZN. Then the following day, we got an ESPN card, a rare Top Rank on ESPN boxing card on a Sunday. Main event is going to be Jose Ramirez versus Jose Cepeda for the WBC junior welterweight title. And then moving on to the list, we got Rob Brandt fighting on February 15, Leo Santa Cruz fighting on February 16, and we got plenty more. Late in the month, on February 23, that's actually going to be the biggest day for boxing, as we have a lot to cover. We got Anthony Durrell, Avni Yildirim for the WBC super middleweight title, the title that was previously held by David Benavidez, but he was suspended, or more rather, he wasn't suspended, but he was kind of essentially stripped of the title, but he was named champion in recess. It's a very weird distinction what they did with David Benavidez, but he's no longer the champion because he failed a drug test for cocaine, or at least the main compound, or one of the main compounds found in cocaine. That's going to be on FS1. On ESPN Plus, we got Sam Bone versus Ronnie Clark for the British lightweight title. Brandon Rio versus Humberto Soto in Mexico. That's going to be on DAZN. Matchroom Boxing USA's first card in Mexico. And then in London, we got James DeGale versus Chris Eubank Jr., a big British showdown that actually does not have a U.S. broadcaster announced yet. In the UK, I believe that can be seen on ITV, or at least one of the ITV channels, or on ITV Box Office. On that card, you'll also get to see Lee Selby versus Omar Douglas, Joe Joyce versus Bermain Stavern for the Commonwealth Heavyweight title. And then rounding out the month, we got Vic Saludar versus Masataka Taniguchi for the WBO minimum weight title in Tokyo. So that about wraps it up for this edition of the monthly boxing outlook for the big fights taking place over the next few weeks. And we're going to be doing this every month. We did one for January. A lot of people tuned in, seemed to like what we did with the January. So we're going to do this for every month. As you can see, lots of big fights taking place over the next few weeks in February. So head on over to Fightful.com and FightfulBoxing.com for all the latest news regarding boxing, all the latest results, exclusives. Carlos Toro of Fightfulboxing.com signing out.